afternoon. Would everybody please rise, remove your caps, turn and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good afternoon and welcome to Salem High School, Class of 2025 graduation ceremony. It is an honor to welcome each of you here today, students, families, friends, faculty, staff, and school board members. As the principal of Salem High School, I am proud to celebrate this milestone with you. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize the brave men and women who have served or are currently serving in the armed forces. If you are a veteran, active duty service member, or a graduate of the class of 2025 who has chosen to enlist, please stand so we can honor your service and sacrifice. Thank you for your courage and dedication. Today is a celebration of hard work, resilience, and achievement. It's the culmination of years of learning, growing, and rising to meet every challenge along the way. To our graduates, we are here because of you. This is your moment. You've earned it. We also want to recognize and thank the families and loved ones who have supported these students every step of the way. Your encouragement, sacrifices, and belief in them have been the foundation of their success. And to our dedicated teachers and staff, thank you for your commitment, passion, and for being a steady hand guiding our students during their time here at Salem Community Schools. As we begin this afternoon's ceremony, let's take a moment to reflect on the path that led us here and to look ahead with excitement and pride for all that lies ahead for the class of 2025.
Good afternoon, class of 2025. Today is no ordinary day, and you, class of 2025, are no ordinary class. Just for example, take a look at today's date, 5/24/25. We read it forward, and then we read it backwards, and it's the same. There's a little magic in that symmetry, a reminder that life is about balance. Looking back and moving forward. Remembering where you've come from while stepping boldly into what's next. Today, as you stand on the edge of this moment between everything you've experienced and everything that lies ahead, take a deep breath. Reflect on the friendships, the lessons, the challenges, and the triumphs that you've brought to this day. And then take a step forward. Because if today teaches us anything, it's that looking back is powerful, but the real story is what you do next. The world's waiting for your creativity, your ideas, your kindness, and your courage. And I have no doubt that you're going to leave your mark. So, class of 2025, never forget where you started, but always keep your eyes on where you're going. The best stories are the ones that keep moving. Congratulations, and we are so proud of you.
Hello and good afternoon. My name is Lily Gilstrap, and I'm a proud member of the graduating class of 2025. First, I would like to start off by thanking our school board members, teachers, staff members, and all the parents who are gathered here today. Without your unconditional support and many hours of sitting trying to help us with our math homework, many of us wouldn't be here on this stage. I would especially like to thank my parents for their unwavering support and encouragement to achieve my goals in my life. To my fellow classmates, I would just like to say, the end is here. Congratulations, you all did it. You made it through 13 years of waking up early, having late night games, having early practices, and doing hours of homework. As I'm standing here today, before we are dismissed out of those gym doors and we move on to the next chapter of our lives, I would like to ask you, what kind of legacy do you hope to leave behind? In the ending scenes of Hamilton, Alexander is standing with his weapon drawn against Aaron Burr, his political enemy and once friend. As Burr fires his weapon at Hamilton, time is then slowed and Hamilton says, "Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see." As you think of what I just said, what comes into your mind? What do you want your legacy to be? Do you want to leave behind school records for the fastest relay in swimming? Do you hope to leave a perfect attendance record? Do you hope to be remembered by your academic excellence? Or do you want to be known for your kindness and your leadership? Everything we do, everywhere we go, we leave behind some kind of legacy that we won't ever see. Your legacy is shaped not by your achievements or award you've gained, but your kindness, lessons you've learned and applied to your life, and the positive impacts that you've left behind. So as we walk out of here today and say goodbye to the teachers you've spent every day with and the hallways we've walked for years, let's think of the new journey we are about to embark on and the new beginning that we are all experiencing. Whether you're going to college, joining the military, or joining the workforce, know that you matter and that what you choose to do next matters even more. So I ask of you today, the class of 2025, choose to start your new beginning by spreading kindness, compassion, and aim to grow into the best version of yourself. And someday, when someone mentions your name, it won't be your biggest achievement that you're remembered by, but it will be the way that you chose to live your life with kindness for others. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Anna Lang, and I am a member of the class of 2025. I would like to thank, on behalf of the students here today, all of the teachers, counselors, and administrators that have worked diligently to prepare us for this day. And also to our school board, which has aimed to better Salem community schools throughout the years. And to those family members, friends, and loved ones in the stands, we thank you as well. You are here today because you mean something to these students. You are the community that raised us, supported us, and led us to becoming the people we are today. We truly appreciate everything you have done. And to the class of 2025, congratulations, you made it. But now what? When filling out scholarships over these past months, a certain short answer question kept showing up. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I'm pretty sure some of us evaded that question as much as possible, because it meant we actually had to know what our goals were. We had to know how much we needed to put into getting those goals, and we needed to know why we wanted to reach those goals. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad question. Having a plan is important. But why is it such a hard question for us to answer? In kindergarten, we filled out autobiography papers about what we wanted to be when we grew up. In 5th grade, we went to BizTown to investigate the many career options adult life had to offer. Then in high school, we attended college and career fairs to ask questions to, hopefully, narrow down the options. We have been taught to constantly think like this, and yet, deep down, many of us feel that the question, where do you see yourself in 10 years, fails to capture what it means to be human. Maybe it makes it seem as though having an education and a career are the only answers that matter. So instead of repeating the question you have heard over and over again, I will ask something different, something you have maybe never asked yourself. Where do you see yourself when you are 80 years old? Hopefully, a different picture comes to mind, unless, of course, you do want to be working at 80. Maybe you imagine sitting on your front porch looking at a sunset right here in Salem. Perhaps you are celebrating your grandchild's birthday with the family on the other side of the country. Or maybe you're playing a round of golf in Florida, since that might be the more popular option. Notice how you don't automatically think about a degree, a job title, or money. Once you reach a point in life where any day could be your last, what matters most isn't what you earned, but who you became, what you experienced, and the legacy that you will leave behind. You are not defined by what you earn, but by what you become, not even by your abilities, but by the choices that you make along the way. At the end of your life, you aren't going to worry about that test you failed in biology, that disagreement you had during lunch, or even that awkward thing you said during a group project. You will think about the things you never did, the chances you never took, the lessons you never learned, the hobbies you never started, and the conversations you never had. I often think about what essayist and philosopher Henry Thoreau meant when he said, "What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as who by what you become by achieving your goals." Many of us already have an idea of where we're headed. Some of us are going into the medical field, going into the military, or becoming engineers, teachers, photographers, mechanics, or carpenters, or even flying to Mars. But just remember, life is about growth. What you believe now won't necessarily be what you believe 10 years from now, and that's okay. There's rarely certainty in life, but there's always an opportunity around the corner if you are willing to try. So, live in the moment. Take nothing for granted. Spend time with the people you care about. Put 110% into everything that you do. Fear nothing. Live with kindness and honesty. Challenge yourself. Respect the people around you. And seek God all the days of your life. And when you're 80, may you look back on your life, not just with peace and joy, but with pride. Pride in knowing that you chose boldness over comfort, people over status, time over money, and life over fear. Congratulations, class of 2025. May you live a life without regrets. Thank you.
My name is Mark Gardner, and it's been my honor to be the faculty sponsor for this year's senior class. Before I present them to you, I would like to make just a couple of quick announcements. When the ceremony is finished, the seniors will be exiting the gym through the hallway up here into the field house, where you're welcome, invited to meet with them, take pictures, and all that fun stuff. But to get you there, there are 3 different ways you can go, so we don't have a big traffic jam in that small hallway. You can go out the front doors here of the gym and to your left, down to the field house. You can go out those back doors and to your right into the field house, or you can follow them through the hallway there. And now, without any further ado, it is an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to present to you Salem High School's graduating class of 2025. Brady Andrew Briscoe. Brandon Garrett Cornwell. Anna Rochelle Lang. Rachel Annalise McKinley. Chloe Elaine Zink. Elizabeth Jane Gilbert. Nicholas Eugene Ingram. Hunter Ray Lewis Trainer. Jaden Brianne Kinney. Brandon Matthew Schmidt. Mackenzie Eileen Bowles. Iris May Zinser. Morgan Shea Humphrey. Trinity Marie Richardson. Evan Michael Cooper. Noah Scott Lee. Rayleigh Anne-Marie Cockrell. Abigail Lynn Maynard. Braxton Alexander Backus. Noah James Deaton. Trinity Lynn Harden. Nathaniel Wayne Henry. Japheth Allen Webb. Benjamin Cooper McClure. Miley Ritchie. Rhea Dawn Snyder. Haley Jade Cole. Emma Joyce Bowman. Emily Pierce. Elizabeth Ann Porter. Owen Edward Martin. Raiden Eugene Lyles. Hannah Marie Antoine. Anna Shea Hobbs. Presley Taylor Markham. Camden Paul Abbott. Lily K. Gilstrap. Corabelle Blue Gilstrap. Marika Dawn Cooper Tussey. Sydney Abree Durbin. Aiden James Short. Hunter Morgan Rutherford. Jackson Owen Brook. Noah Brett James King. Luke Lee Fleener. Nicholas Hunter Claywell. Lane Kyle Stewart. Cadence Rain Tabor. Brayton Tanner Coomer. Jaden Edward Clark. Caden Archie Bowling. Justin Craig Mattingly. Danica Loriana Dowling. Ashley Elizabeth Stewart. Joseph David Vickers. Angelia Charlize Oberberg. Ruby Renee Jones. Allie Michelle Elliott. Keegan Scott Boone. Isabella Rosalie Brown. Jace Kyle Crockett. Braden Alexander Miller. Lennon Ephraim Crawhorn. Davrin Jake Ross. Adam David Andrew Mull. Noah Ray Dalton. Seth Emerson Ponsford. Madison Hope Williams. Tatiana Elizabeth Calvin. Quentin Michael Ellis. Julia Ann Bowling. Ebony Rose Humphrey. Grace Furnish. Olivia Mae Fleener. Brooklyn Alexis Miller. Nicholas Bradley Bowling. Russell Bailey Manning. Julian Nathaniel Schultz. Ribus Justin Beckett. Graceland Teresa Persinger. Teresa Mueller. Alejandro Benuela. Levi Patrick Bruce. Jonathan William Bowles. Caitlin Marie Brown. Hunter Douglas Taylor. Mason Doyle. Kenneth Thomas Flamian. Jackson Rayburn Keith Jump. John Leeser. And Dakota Harley Dixon.